Is it still good? This time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking at the little brother to the GPU that I reviewed about 2 days ago. And today, that GPU, my friends, is the 8500 GT. It's a GPU that's almost a decade old, and my god, is it horrible compared to the 8600 GT, which there's actually a massive difference. And to be honest, is it still good? No, it's not. There's your answer. You can click away now. Or you can see why it's a horrible card in terms of modern gaming. The card itself does not support any resolution close to 4K, so I will only be playing the games at about 1080p and 720p. They are not playable. Well, in some cases they can be playable. I mean, it all depends, you know. I mean, some people can play at 10 FPS, some people can play at 2 FPS, and some people need 120 FPS just to play a game because reasons, right? I mean, yeah. So anyways, we'll be looking at Arma, CSGO, and finally, Day of Infamy. They're just games I chose. And Arma's pretty modern, so it's cool. But here we go. Here's Arma, guys. Here's Arma. It's not exactly Microsoft PowerPoint, but it's pretty close up there. In terms of playability, it's almost non-existent. Maybe you could play it. I could see somebody playing this. I actually had a bit of fun driving my ATV. Though every time I pressed WASD, it took about probably 5 seconds to respawn, but that's okay. That's acceptable as far as I'm concerned. But as you can see, minimum was 0. That's not surprising. It's gonna happen when it comes to this stuff. Maximum was 7. That's not bad. 7's something, you know, it's not 0. But guys, I decided to bump it up to 1080p, and my god, we were averaging 2 frames per second. 2 frames per second. But frames per minute was 123.6. Whoa! I mean, if you have a 120 Hz monitor, I mean, you'll see that many frames per minute, guys. Yeah. So let's get on with something more playable, such as CSGO. At 720p, playable. Yeah, sort of playable. Okay, 9 FPS. You know, that's whatever. But hey, look at that. Max was 28. Which means if you have optimal conditions, you could actually play this game smoothly. This video, which I do have set to 60 Hz in Lightworks, probably looks a lot smoother than it actually was. The movement is doable, and it is a Source engine, so low FPS isn't that bad. But guys, do not try to play at 1080p. The 256 megabytes of VRAM are just going to limit it. The overall compute power is horrendous, and you're going to get about 4.83 frames. That's something, you know. And that 0 min, my god. So yeah, guys, even a game like CSGO where the 8600 GT could actually handle it, its little brother, the 8500 GT, yeah, it's not doing anything. I mean, this thing, if you still have this in your PC, please just burn your PC and just claim fire insurance on it and grab a new one. I don't know, or just donate it to charity. Actually, don't donate to charity. It has no worth anymore. It's just terrible. I mean, I wouldn't even overclock this thing. You're not going to get much performance out of this thing. Though actually, speaking of that, I will actually overclock this thing. Not during this video, though. I will be making a video with the 8600 GT and the 8500 GT, which will be coming out tomorrow, on Friday. And it will have the overclocks. And I'm guessing it's not going to do much. Unless you hook up a car battery to it, which I might do. That sounds like a fun thing to do. Also, it appears here that I absolutely failed the zombie escape. But look, the FPS went up there for a second. Whoa, that's impressive. Wow. Anyways, guys, last game, we have Day of Infamy. This, my friends, might be the greatest thing I've seen in my entire life. Look at that. Minimum 5, maximum 6, and the average 5.63. I have never seen FPS that is so stable. That is in such a great range. I mean, you can actually kind of play it in a weird way just because the frames are so stable. Look at that. That's ridiculous. I've never seen a game have such a close min and max. It's perfection. It's playable. The GPU's worthless. Kind of. Sort of. If you really want to... I mean, the only thing it's good for nowadays is probably playing like 07scape. Or, I mean, I don't even know. You probably play like Angry Birds on it or something. That's about it. Maybe some 2D games. But yeah, guys. The last thing I want to tell you is look up in the sky if you do have it. Or if you have an old GPU. It's the best way to get FPS. And moral of the story is It sucks.